Echoes of Betrayal, from Dacia to today. Romania bears the scars of a turbulent past. The land is a living testament to centuries of conflict and resilience. From the ancient ruins that dot the countryside to the majestic castles that stand as silent witnesses to history, every stone and every field tells a story of struggle and survival. From the Roman conquest of Dacia to the tumultuous 20th century, betrayal and destruction have been recurring themes. The Roman legions marched into Dacia, bringing with them not just the might of their empire, but also a legacy of conquest and subjugation. The echoes of those ancient battles still resonate in the ruins left behind. Our ancestors fought bravely, but their sacrifices were often met with broken promises and stolen victories. The Dacian warriors, fierce and proud, stood their ground against overwhelming odds, only to see their lands taken and their people subjugated. Their stories of valor and betrayal are etched into the very fabric of our national identity. The weight of these historical injustices lingers, casting a shadow over our present. The monuments to our heroes, the somber landscapes, all serve as reminders of the price we have paid. They are a testament to the resilience of our spirit, but also to the heavy burden of our past. We inherited a legacy of distrust, a sense that loyalty is fleeting and power is a corrupting force. This legacy is evident in our political struggles, in the protests that fill our streets, and in the historical photos of leaders who have come and gone, often leaving behind a trail of broken promises. This inherited trauma shapes our national psyche. It influences how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world. The reflective poses of our people, the stories told in our museums, and the traditions we hold dear all speak to a collective memory that is both proud and wounded. These echoes of betrayal resonate in our collective memory. They are present in the old photographs of soldiers who fought and died, in the archives that document our history, and in the war memorials that honor our fallen. They remind us of the sacrifices made and the battles fought, both won and lost. They whisper of lost battles and forgotten heroes, the abandoned battlefields, the statues that stand in silent tribute, and the old manuscripts that tell our stories, all speak to a history that is rich and complex, filled with moments of both triumph and tragedy. They remind us of the fragility of peace and the ever-present potential for conflict. The peaceful landscapes, with their dramatic skies, serve as a stark contrast to the historical reenactments of battles and the war memorials that dot our land. They are a reminder that peace is precious and must be guarded vigilantly. But most importantly, they force us to confront a painful question: can a nation built on such a foundation ever truly heal? The pensive faces of our citizens, the reenactments of our history, and the flag at half-mast all speak to a nation in search of healing and reconciliation. Can we escape the cycle of betrayal and forge a new path for ourselves? The youth of Romania, with their modern outlook and innovative spirit, offer hope. The new architecture and the community gatherings show a nation that is striving to move forward, to build a future that honors the past but is not bound by it. The answer, I believe, lies not in erasing the past, but in understanding it. By visiting our historical landmarks, by learning from our museums, and by seeing the old and new side by side, we can begin to understand the complexities of our history and the lessons it holds. We must acknowledge the wounds that history has inflicted upon us. The reenactments, the archives, and the monuments with flowers all serve as reminders of the pain and the sacrifices. They are a call to remember and to honor those who came before us. We must learn from the mistakes of our forefathers. The scholars and historians, the old books and manuscripts, and the educational settings all offer us the tools to learn and to grow. They are a bridge between the past and the future. Only then can we hope to break free from the chains of the past and build a future worthy of their sacrifice. The modern skyline, the families together, and the symbolic images of breaking chains all speak to a future that is bright and full of promise. A future where we honor the past but are not bound by it, where we build a nation worthy of the sacrifices made by those who came before us. The beggar nation. a loss of pride in land. Romania today finds itself at a crossroads. The juxtaposition of bustling city life and the quiet, almost forgotten rural areas paints a stark picture of a nation in transition. We are losing not only our physical territory, but also our sense of national pride. The flag that once symbolized our unity and strength now flutters over a divided land. The once fertile lands of our ancestors are being sold off piece by piece. These lands, which were the backbone of our agricultural heritage, now lie abandoned and neglected. Meanwhile, our people are leaving in droves, seeking opportunity and dignity elsewhere. The exodus of our youth and skilled workers is a silent but powerful testament to the struggles we face. We have become a nation of beggars, extending our hands to the very powers that have exploited us for centuries. The sight of our people begging on the streets is a heartbreaking reminder of our current plight. How did we arrive at this point? How did a nation with such a rich history and culture find itself in such a state of disarray? How did we, the descendants of proud Dacians and Romans, become so willing to relinquish our heritage? The statues and ruins that dot our landscape are silent witnesses to our glorious past. The answer, I fear, lies in a slow and insidious erosion of our national spirit. This erosion has been gradual, almost imperceptible, but its effects are now painfully evident. We have allowed ourselves to be divided, conquered by apathy and despair. The sense of community and collective effort that once defined us has been replaced by individualism and indifference. We have forgotten the value of unity, of shared sacrifice and common purpose. Our ancestors knew the strength that comes from standing together, from working towards a common goal. We have traded our birthright for empty promises and fleeting comforts. The allure of modern conveniences has blinded us to the deeper, more enduring values that once guided our society. And in doing so, we have betrayed the sacrifices of those who came before us. The heroes who fought for our freedom and dignity would be disheartened to see what we have become. This is not the legacy we were meant to inherit. Our children deserve to grow up in a country that values its heritage and looks to the future with hope and determination. We are capable of so much more. Our history is filled with examples of resilience, creativity, and strength. It is time to reclaim our pride, to rebuild our land, and to forge a future worthy of our past.